Hi friends, welcome to Testing Shala YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to talk about few tricky interview questions and answer which will be asked in any of the interview which you are going to attend. Especially in this video, I am going to talk about in testing world what kind of tricky interview questions and answers will be asked for you. These tricky questions are very important to answer because the the reason behind asking these interview questions to understand, so what is your proactiveness, what is your goals, what is your long term vision, what is your what kind of opportunities you are looking. So they wanted to assess you about you. So in order to assess about you, they would like to ensure that your goals and their organization goals are really matching before they hiring you. Answering these tricky interview questions is very much needed. So let's move on to understand. So what are those tricky interview questions? Then how you wanted to manage these tricky questions in answering it. So let's move on to understand what are these tricky questions. The first tricky question is, what is your dream job in the software world? Looks to be this interview question is very simple. What is your dream job? You can say, I wanted to become CTO, I would like to become a CEO, I would like to become managing director of a company. You may keep answering it saying that this is my dream job. But they wanted to see whatever the current role you are performing and whatever the role you are looking in that organization and whatever the dream job you are talking about, there should be some synchronization should be there, some roadmap should be there, there should be some proactiveness should be there from your side, whatever the things you have planned to achieve that dream job, right? Everything should get matched. If you're just telling some story, the interviewer, they may not believe in you because they wanted to assess what kind of the person you are, whether you are a person who is looking for a bigger goal in your career, what is your short term goal, what is your long term career aspiration, what you wanted to achieve, right? Aspirant for 5 years with 5 years experience, and if they ask you what is your dream job, you may keep end up telling you would like to become a test architect or you would like to become a senior manager, some kind of roles, but they wanted to see behind that, right? Maybe next 15 years what you would like to do, next 20 years what you would like to do. So if that is the kind of answer, that is the kind of answer they are looking from you, that would help them to assess, are you really a passion about working in this area? Are you really passionate about doing that job? Right? Especially when I'm talking about asking interview questions for testing, they will also assess whatever the dream job you are going to tell them, and also they will also see what is your plan in achieving that. And if you are able to help them to convey that message that this is your roadmap and this is how you wanted to achieve, then definitely you are able to answer these questions. So let's move on. So what are the things they will be looking out of these questions? So one is, based on the answer you are able to give it to this interview question, then they will assess what type of job are you really interested. So as I was saying earlier, are you just looking for a software testing job? There are certain many people after working for 5 years or say 6 years, they would like to move away from software testing job to product owner role, or they would like to take up completely business analyst role, or they would like to move into software development role. There are many aspirations will be there with the candidates. They would like to move on different way in their career, right? That is what the background to ask this question. Like whenever you are trying to ask the question, be careful and you think double or triple time before answering this question. That based on your answer, they are going to decide whether they wanted to give you the job or not to give the job, right? Because if their goals and your goals doesn't meet, they may not give the offer to you. Then, so what are the other things they may ask? Because based on the answer which you are going to provide in this interview question, they will assess whether you are a proactive person, whether you have a big aim in your career that you would like to achieve, and how you are going to achieve, and how you wanted to achieve the top job, right? They will also assess based on that whatever the answer you are going to provide for this interview question. And also they will also keep assessing your goals with their organization goals, just whether is really meeting both the goals, right? If both the goals is going to meet, then only they will offer you the job. How to tackle this interview question is, whenever you are answering this interview question, you have to be very careful, and you should have a high motivation. When you are talking about, when you are answering this question, you should have high motivation, and you should have very enthusiasm when you are answering this question, because they wanted to see how much energy do you have to get that dream job, right? If they ask what is about your dream job, you just say, okay, this is I'm looking, then they will not be interested, because this is a dream job, and you have to be very high motivated. You should be very proactive in answering the answer for this question, and you should be very enthu also when you are answering this question. These are the some of the aspects they will look into it when you are about to answer the question dream job. I hope you understood what is the rationale behind asking this question, and how you should answer to this question in a more effective manner, so that interviewer can get convinced with your answers.